decided to choose parental involvement due to my experience during my student teaching at this amazing school. First, I started out in kindergarten, and I came from a Title I school internship. So, seeing the parent involvement at Frost was very overwhelming at first because, you had parents in there every day, emailing, just asking questions, just asking how their kid's day was. Parents were even concerned about just the smallest little things just to make sure that they were staying on top of their children. And, my very last day in my kindergarten classroom, we had almost one parent per child in our class. I mean, I've never seen so many parent volunteers, so it was really great to be able to witness that. Because at a Title I school, it's hard to just even get an email back or a phone call back, so that was really neat to see. Now in fifth grade, the parental involvement has still been pretty high. Not as high as kindergarten, and I think that it dies off after a while. The younger ones, they need their hands to be held and they need to be guided, but the older ones are about to transition into middle school and they have this independence that they've gained throughout their years at Frost. So, it's hard for teachers to even just get a room mom. So I think that this video is really going to be enlightening for everybody, and I'm really excited for y'all to see what our parents have to say.
Okay, so we were asked a very interesting question, what we think parent involvement is.
Hi, my name is Leslie, and I am the parent of a kindergartner at Frost Elementary, and subject today is parental involvement.
What do you think?
I think it's just to help your children do their homework and make sure they have what they need for school and get to school on time and help them with school projects when needed. But
just be in there, no matter what. If it's lunch, recess, helping out in specials.
I feel like the definition of parental involvement is pretty self-explanatory. It's being involved with your kids.
As far as kids in school, it's really racked my brain. I think to me, it's showing the kids, showing Carson, how old are you? 6, first grader, that we care, that we have high expectations for him and he better meet those expectations.
More and more now, it is a challenge for parents to find ways to be involved in their kids' life because so many children do come from 2-income families.
But we also understand, or I also understand, that his teacher has a way of teaching.
How we do it is I like to stay in contact, of course, with my daughter's teachers, whether through email or just stopping in just to see how things are going. When there are volunteer opportunities, if I'm able to do it, I definitely do spirit nights and things like that. I feel like Frost Elementary does a pretty good job of giving parents a multitude of ways to get involved.
Kid depends on you to be there. And
But the biggest thing that I do is I talk to my child, I talk to my daughter, and I try my best to reinforce whatever it is that she's being taught at school.
and there's boundaries that I can ask questions, I can be involved, but there's a tendency to over involve, which a lot of people call helicopter parents. And I'm not a helicopter parent because I want my kid to be independent.
I don't think that it's necessary to be involved in the PTO and spending all of your free time doing stuff for the school like some parents do.
Helping the teacher make some copies, just be there.
I want my children to know that I support them, that I have very high expectations and they need to meet them. But involvement to me would be, I know their strengths, I know their weaknesses, and I know how to build on those strengths, and I know how to build on those weaknesses, and I can call on the school to help me. Instead of, if Carson forgets his backpack, deal with it. Suck it up. You forget your lunch, deal with it, suck it up. I'm not the parent that's going to bring it to him, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. But that's parent involvement to us.
Parental involvement is hugely important, and I think it's just always finding ways for both the school and the parents and them coming together and figuring out ways that that gap can continually be bridged so that no family feels like they are missing out or not able to contribute. Super important.
Get your crap done.